Howdy folks, TJ here. Gonna do another living in a bubble video because I'm getting ready for a camping trip and there's some things that I wanna put in place before I head out the door. And one of those is a little protection from bears peeking in at me in the nighttime going, ooh, that's a mighty good looking burrito I can eat, to other things like I don't want people looking in when you're changing your clothes, things of that nature. Or if it's hot out, maybe something that's a little insulating that will, at the windows, our front driver and passenger side, maybe keep a little of that heat out or the sun from beaming in. Or if it's wintertime, maybe keeping a little of the heat inside. Insulation. And where do you do that? Well, at your windows. We've got a big old front window on a ProMaster, and we've got two big side windows. Today's video is going to be specifically about the driver and passenger door insulated window covers pair that I've received from Living in a Bubble. If you've been watching my channel, you'll see that I've had a lot of videos lately because I've been just loving getting out camping and using some things that just make life easier, more comfortable. Now, you can only insulate so much. If you're in the Arctic, these will still probably help a little bit. It's better than nothing. But if you're in the Arctic, you need a good diesel heater or some type of heating device, especially if it's wintertime. Or if you're in Death Valley, you better have an air conditioner. But we still want to do some protection, some insulation, some keeping peeping eyes from looking in kind of thing. Now, if your wife is nosy, it's going to help... her peeking out and going, what's the neighbors doing? My wife's actually not nosy. I'm the nosy one. I want to say, what is it that they're cooking over there? I want some of their dinner. Anyway, let's do a little bit of an unboxing and then we'll take these out. We'll see how easily, hopefully, they connect to the front driver and passenger window. And again, this is the driver and passenger door insulated window covers pair for RAM Promaster or Fiat Ducato 2014 to the current model. So I'm guessing these, I don't know if the windows changed much in this time. I know around 2022, the front body of the ProMasters changed a little bit, like the headlights and stuff, but I'm guessing a lot of the other stuff in the front window area must be the same. So hopefully these do up through 2025, but it says current model. So here's what the box looks like. They come in, they have a fun little, it's a regular brown box, but it's also got a lot of prints. This side talks about heavy magnets and all that fun stuff. So you're probably not super interested in the box. You want to see what's inside, but let's go ahead and open them up. What is cool is they also come in a nice baggie to keep these kind of organized. If you're a home do-it-yourselfer, a common thing is you start cutting and taping and gluing and then you make something and you stick it up in the window, but then you have to make something to put it all in and keep it organized. It gets old after a while. Sometimes it's just better to pay a professional to do it right. Because often if you're a home DIYer, I do some things right, but some things I don't. So anyway, nice baggie that they come in. One side is this black, and it's got the Living in a Bubble logo. And then this side's got kind of a nice, I want to call it hex clad. See all those little, I don't know, are those octagons? Some little thing. I'll put it up close. Maybe it'll focus in on there. But it's got a nice design to it, and it's a gray color. And then the front side is black. It's got a little strap on the top with, I don't know the technical name for these, but it's a doohickey. You push the button, and you push it up, and then you can open up said top of the vestibule that they come in, and then you can shimmy the Schusters and get them to come out. And then there's all sorts of stuff that's falling out. Living in a Bubble always is nice and sends a brochure, a sticker, and a little baggie that's got some 3M. Oh, there's stuff on here. I got to read now. Installing metal mounting tabs. Oh no, there's stuff I gotta do. I figured I would just be sticking them up. So I don't know if inside of here, there is a keychain and some directions. And there's some little tabs, little 3M tabs that I don't know if these need to connect to certain vehicles or if some don't need it. We'll soon find out. Let me put these up here. Is there anything else in this baggie? There's a lot of stuff that kind of fell out. I think that was it. And let's go ahead. So there's magnets in here. I would think there's magnets up in there, but maybe you got to strategically place stuff. So the magnets were holding each other. These are fairly long in size. Obviously, they got to front that, cover that whole front window. There is some Velcro straps that you just pull around. And what side's what? This side, I'm guessing, pulls this way. And this comes apart. And then this accordions to show a full-size window covering. Here's the black side. I'll have to look at the booklet and see what it recommends. I'm going to guess that normally you would have this side reflecting, and so you would put it in your window like this so the outside is bouncing those light rays away from the vehicle, but I'll have to look at the little booklet. So let me go ahead, and so they look nice. They feel fairly light. It feels manageable. There's sometimes when you get big window screens or covers, everything becomes hard to manage. You've got this big conglomeration and you're trying to do this, trying to do that. It can get a little testy at times. So let me turn off the phone and we'll go up to the front and see if we can connect these up and see how easy it is. All right, I'm up to the passenger side window. I've actually played around with the fitting a little bit because I wanted to see, do I have all these scratches on here? Tabs. Inside the little plastic baggie came these little, one side's got some sticky, I don't know how well this will come in or if it's focusing on my face. It's got a little sticky, and then it's basically a piece of metal that becomes a magnet attractor. And you can see this has got metal. You're going to be able to connect to it. But some of the ProMaster window, this is plastic. So it's recommending that over here on this area, you're going to put up to 3 of these, matching where the magnets are on the covers. I find, though, that once you shut the door, you've got this whole area here and here. It's somewhat pinching the place that this window maybe, or cover may be flapping around a little bit. I don't think I personally need it. I don't want to stick these little stickers on here. So we're going to show you what I did, and for me it works. Now if you want it to be perfectly magnetized and you just go up and goes, then do this. But for me, it's easier just to say, shut the door, after you put them in, shut the door. And then I normally go inside the camper through the big slider and everything's in place. It's not like it felt like it was going to fall down unless I was rocking the van. And even then it probably wouldn't, because I'm old and feeble. I can't rock that much. So let me just show you. So this is definitely, this gray side needs to definitely go out. And this whole thing covers this whole swath. So what I found, for what I did when they came out of this little accordion, this wants to bend back a little bit. I just sit here, kind of push it over the top so that's level. This little strap, just go ahead and you're going to kind of tuck this whole window in. There's magnets on part of this that are holding this in. And I just kind of throw the strap in here. And I kind of just make sure it's fitting the general window. My pants are about to fall off. And then I go over here and I shut the door and I pick up my pants. I got to put a belt on. And then let me take the camera off. You'll see that everything looks nice and tight. It's not like it's flopping and going to fall down. It is nice and tight in there and it will work fine. Well, how you do, mister? So let me go ahead and put this back up here because I think we're going to call this video a wrap. Camera up. Okay. Yep. So now if you open this door a lot during the day, you're going to probably want to put the magnets there. I normally don't worry about these type of things too much during the course of the day. I have everything open. I normally go to campgrounds that are more shady and I'm not too worried about sun beaming in. But if you're in a high desert area and there's a lot of sun, or you want to keep these up and open the door all day long, you're going to probably want to put the magnets. For me, I don't think I need them because I normally just use these kind of things at night when I want a little safety, security, kind of closing up for the night and going to bed. But let's just open up this door and see what happens. If you're probably careful, it stays in place fine. I mean, I wouldn't want to have a big wind blowing up on it, but you can kind of see I'm pushing it. It's staying in place. It looks fine. Now, if you need the magnets, go for it. But for me, this looks great. And look, it's nice and tight. and it's fitting very well. And once you put it in there, the ones that came with my van are a pain in the butt. I put them in and they fall down and they slip and slide and they've got magnets and all this other stuff, but it never worked. This just fit really nice and tight, and it's simple. So thanks for watching the video, Living in a Bubble. I'll put the link down below. So this one, let me just go kind of take this off. There we go. Front window. I already put this other side in, and it's still holding up beautifully fine. Look at that, nice and tight, and it probably gives a nice insulation value, and at the same time, kind of keeping peeping eyes from looking in. So anyway, hopefully you can kind of see my face. There you go. Goodbye.